What if I told you there's a country where people return ancestral gold thrones to reclaim their spiritual power, where castles hold secrets so dark they changed the course of human history, and where a single piece of cloth can predict your destiny? This isn't fantasy, this is Ghana. And what you're about to discover will shatter everything you thought you knew about Africa. But first, let me show you something that will make your heart race. Imagine stepping off a plane into a land where the very air pulses with untold stories, where golden beaches stretch endlessly, but beneath that beauty lies a history so powerful it still shapes our world today. This is Ghana. And I'm about to take you on a journey that will leave you questioning everything. But here's what no travel guide will tell you. Ghana isn't just another African destination, it's the birthplace of movements that changed humanity forever. It's where kings once controlled the world's gold supply, where the first African independence was won, and where ancient wisdom still governs modern life. And what I discovered about Ghana's secret spiritual power, it's something the world desperately needs right now. Let's start with the truth that will blow your mind. Ghana wasn't just another kingdom, it was the economic superpower of its time. Picture this. While Europe was struggling through the Dark Ages, Ghanaian kings were sitting on thrones made of pure gold, controlling trade routes that stretched across continents. The ancient kingdom of Ghana, yes, that's where the modern country gets its name, controlled something more valuable than gold itself, the salt trade. Without refrigeration, salt was literally life or death, and Ghana controlled it all. Here's a fact that will change your perspective. At its peak, the ancient Ghanaian Empire controlled more wealth than most European nations combined. But then came the Ashanti Empire, and this is where the story gets incredible. What the Ashanti did with their golden throne will leave you speechless. But first, you need to understand why European powers were terrified of them. Picture this scene. British colonial officers demanding that the Ashanti king surrender his golden throne. His response? I would rather die than give up the golden stool. But here's what makes this extraordinary. This wasn't just about pride. The Ashanti believed their golden throne contained the soul of their entire nation. And when the British tried to force someone to sit on it, it sparked a rebellion so fierce that it's still studied in military academies today. The Ashanti Queen Mother led warriors into battle with a message that still gives me chills. If you, the men of Ashanti, will not go forward, then we will. We, the women, will. This wasn't just resistance, this was spiritual warfare, and it worked. But we need to talk about Ghana's darkest chapter, one that connects directly to your family tree, no matter where you're from. Standing on the coast of Ghana are two castles that witnessed humanity's greatest tragedy, Elmina and Cape Coast. These aren't just historical sites, they're the physical proof of how 12 million human beings were stolen from Africa and shipped across oceans. Walk through the door of no return at Cape Coast Castle and you'll understand why people travel from across the world just to touch these walls and cry. These stones have absorbed the tears, prayers, and last words of millions. But here's what will shock you. Ghana has transformed these places of pain into beacons of healing, and the way they've done it reveals something profound about the Ghanaian spirit. What I'm about to show you about how Ghana deals with tragedy will challenge everything you believe about forgiveness and strength. Now, let me introduce you to something that might be the most sophisticated communication system you've never heard of, Kente cloth. This isn't just fabric, it's a language. Every color, every pattern, every thread placement tells a story. Ghanaian weavers can literally weave your life story, your hopes, your warnings into cloth. Traditional Kente patterns are so complex that master weavers spend decades learning to read cloth like a book. Some patterns are so sacred they can only be worn by royalty. But here's the mind-blowing part. NASA scientists have studied Kente patterns because their mathematical complexity rivals computer algorithms. Ancient African weavers were creating fractal patterns centuries before mathematicians had names for them. And what modern scientists discovered about these patterns is revolutionizing technology as we know it. Here's where Ghana's story takes an unexpected turn that will completely shift your worldview. While the world sees Africa as developing, Ghana is quietly becoming a technological powerhouse. Ghanaian engineers are building drones that deliver medicine to remote villages. Ghanaian artists like Ella Natsui are selling sculptures for millions in New York galleries. Ghanaian farmers are using AI to predict crop yields. But here's the secret that could change your life. Ghana has something the rest of the world is desperately searching for. Ubuntu, not the operating system, the philosophy. In Ghana, they call it different things, but the concept is the same. I am because we are. While the world struggles with isolation, depression, and disconnection, Ghanaians have maintained something we've lost: true community. They've proven that you can modernize without losing your soul, that you can embrace technology without abandoning tradition, that you can face historical trauma and transform it into strength. Ghana became the first sub-Saharan African nation to gain independence, not through violence, but through unity. They looked at 400 years of trauma and said, "We will heal this together." Here's why Ghana's story matters to you, wherever you are in the world. In an age of division, Ghana shows us integration. In an era of cultural destruction, Ghana shows us preservation. In a time of technological fear, Ghana shows us harmony between innovation and tradition. Ghana's secret isn't just about gold or beaches or festivals. It's about something every human being craves: belonging. And I want to know, have you ever experienced that kind of community? That sense of belonging that transcends individual success? Let me know in the comments below. Ghana proves that the future doesn't have to mean losing the past, that strength doesn't come from isolation but from connection, that healing is possible even from the deepest wounds. This nation has taken everything the world threw at it: colonization, exploitation, cultural suppression, and transformed it into wisdom. They've shown us that resilience isn't about hardening your heart. It's about keeping it open despite the pain. If you're feeling disconnected in our digital age, if you're searching for meaning beyond material success, if you believe community can heal our broken world, Ghana isn't just a destination, it's a blueprint for hope. The next time you hear someone talk about developing nations, remember this. Ghana has something we've forgotten how to build: a society where ancient wisdom guides modern progress, where individual success enhances community strength, where the past informs the future without imprisoning it. Remember, wherever life takes you, home isn't just a place, it's a perspective. Thank you for being part of this journey with us. Your curiosity makes these stories possible, so keep exploring, keep dreaming, and we'll see you in the next adventure right here on Beyond Borders.